Owning lakefront property was supposed to be my retirement dream: peaceful mornings, quiet evenings, and fishing whenever I wanted. But that dream turned into a sitcom the moment Karen, the self-appointed queen of the HOA, decided my private lake was community property. I'd bought the land 10 years ago. The lake sat squarely in the middle of my property line, surrounded by old oak trees and a small dock I built myself. I'd even put up signs that said "Private Lake, no trespassing." The HOA, which governed the subdivision down the road, had no jurisdiction over my land. But Karen, the HOA president, didn't believe in boundaries. One hot afternoon, I decided to take a dip in the lake. I grabbed my fishing pole, tossed my hat on the dock, and jumped in. 10 minutes later, I heard shouting from the shore. It was Karen, clipboard in hand, sunglasses perched like she was inspecting a crime scene.
"Excuse me," she barked.
"That's against HOA regulations. No swimming in the shared lake."
I blinked. "Shared?"
"This is my lake, on my property." She pointed to a laminated sheet. "The HOA map shows this area as common grounds. You need to pay the $1,000 violation fine or we'll escalate it." I laughed, thinking she was joking. "You can't fine me for swimming in my own lake." Karen crossed her arms. "We'll see what the board says." The next day, I found a bright orange envelope taped to my gate: HOA fine notice, $1,000 for unauthorized use of common property. I called the HOA office, but of course, Karen herself answered. "Failure to comply," she said smugly, "will result in legal action." That's when I decided to play her game, and win. See, what Karen didn't know was that the HOA didn't own any of the land around my lake. Years ago, I'd sold them a narrow access road easement so their maintenance trucks could reach the back of their community. That easement agreement came with a clause, one they clearly hadn't read carefully. It stated that I reserved the right to adjust access fees and revoke usage for noncompliance or harassment. So, I called my lawyer and asked him to pull up that contract. And oh, the joy that filled my heart when he confirmed it. I could legally increase their access fee by any amount I saw fit, as long as I gave 30 days notice. Guess what I did next? I sent the HOA a formal letter stating that due to recent misuse and false claims of ownership, the annual access fee would rise from $500 to $5,500, effective immediately. Failure to pay within 30 days would result in permanent gate closure and revocation of access to their utility road. Within a week, Karen was banging on my gate like a woodpecker on espresso.
"This is extortion," she yelled.
"No," I said calmly, holding up the contract she signed years ago. "This is enforcement." Her face turned red. "You can't do this."
"Oh, I can. And I have."
She stormed off, threatening lawsuits, the mayor, and even the county commissioner's wife.
I didn't budge.
30 days later, no payment came in. So, I did exactly what I said I would. I locked the access gate and put up a large sign that read, "Access revoked, contact owner for reinstatement, current fee, $10,000. That same week, their garbage trucks couldn't reach the back of the community, their landscapers had to park a mile away, and the HOA's private dock, which they'd quietly built on my lake without permission, was now fenced off. 2 days later, I got a panicked call from Karen. "You're ruining this community," she shrieked. "No," I said, "I'm protecting my property from people who think they own what isn't theirs." After that, the HOA board held an emergency meeting. The other members, tired of Karen's antics, voted her out as president. They showed up at my gate the next morning, apologized, and handed me a cashier's check for the new fee. I smiled, unlocked the gate and said, "Pleasure doing business with you."
But the cherry on top?
Karen tried to run for HOA board again months later, but no one nominated her. She eventually moved away after realizing everyone blamed her for the financial hit. Now I still swim in my lake every evening, sometimes waving at the new HOA president when he drives by, just to remind him who really owns the water.
And as for Ka,